Hello, my name is Hannah Robinson, and today for video journal number 2, I will be discussing Unit 4, where we talk about failure and why it is important. I do have some points prepared, so if I'm looking down, that is why. But to answer question number 1, what are my thoughts on failure being an important and unavoidable part of my career? I think this goes for everyone in the world, and not even just in your career, but in general, in every aspect of life. I think failure is inevitable and unavoidable, but at the same time, it is extremely beneficial, which I know sounds weird and it sounds kind of difficult for someone to conceptualize, like when they've just failed at something, but in the long run, it is extremely beneficial, because I think that the best way to learn something is to try and to fail and to have to get back up and try again in a new way. So for the first one, I put learning opportunities, because it provides you with a lesson. Okay, what went wrong? How can I change that? How can I move forward from this in a way that will be better next time, that will benefit me more? I think it builds resilience, which is really good. Really for anything. Again, you have to be resilient. You can't just give up the first time that something goes wrong, because you're never going to get anywhere. No one's perfect at everything the first time they try it. So that's really important, to be able to do that and to build determination as well as resilience. I also put innovation. I thought it can make some really creative people, because you have to be innovative with your problem-solving skills, how you choose to move forward from the failure that you experienced. What are you going to do differently next time? Come up with some creative ideas of how to avoid failure the next time, and what you can do differently, and how you can make a change. I think that innovation is extremely important, and it's how we have, you know, houses and cars, and the society that we live in today. It is all because of innovation and failure. So I think that's really important. And then, which of the 3 videos in the unit resonated with me the most? I think the 100 Days of Rejection TED Talk really resonated with me, because he showed the power of failure instead of focusing on, I feel like people really tend to focus on how failure is negative and how it makes you feel, you know, sucky at the time, but he really focused on why it's important, and he did a bit of like social reprogramming with himself by doing something that he knew he would fail at for 100 days in a row. He completely rewired his personality in such a beneficial way, because he was no longer afraid of failure. He welcomed it, and because of that, he was able to take way more risks, and it really benefited him in his personality, and it benefited his confidence, which I think is really important. He also emphasized the importance of communication, because he said if someone said no and you weren't embarrassed and you didn't run away and you stayed and asked why, that it would always turn into a yes. And he said that if you communicate with people and describe to them why it could seem weird, why would this seem weird, oh, these are, you know, let's address some of the concerns that you have, then you can work together and turn the no into a yes. So he also emphasized the importance of talking to people and expressing your feelings and understanding other people's feelings and where they might be coming from. So I thought that was really important. So that really resonated with me, and I do think that to be successful, you have to be okay with failing at things. So I thought that that was just a really important takeaway from the video. And then for the third question, what are some strategies that I would like to develop? First of all, I should have finished the whole question. What are some strategies that you would like to try that will help you develop resiliency? So number 1, I put reframe the narrative. So instead of seeing a failure as a failure, oh, I did something bad, try to reprogram my brain to say, oh, here's an opportunity for me to learn. Here's an opportunity for me to better myself and understand how to come back from this in a way that will be really beneficial for me. And then as well, I took from our unit, practice self-care. Because I do think that's really important. Just as a baseline, it's important to fail, but at the same time, you can be more susceptible to failure if you're not taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, mentally. You're prone to burnout, and then you can fail maybe during times that you otherwise would have succeeded. So I think that's really important as well. And as well, I put treat myself with kindness under that little category, because I think it's really important that you have grace with yourself when you fail at things, because everybody fails at things, and that's how you learn. I also said set realistic expectations. I can be a bit of a perfectionist, and I can get really carried away and think, well, I need to get 100% on all of these, and I need to do this and this and this. But realistically, that's not going to happen, and that's not how you set yourself up for success. So just rewiring little things like that. Oh, I'm past 5 minutes, so that is all I will share for today. But I thought that this was a really beneficial unit, and I really enjoyed learning about failure and why it is so important. So thank you.